Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today I'm joined by my friend ToadBrews, who is not on the mic, but is still here.
Well, am I not on the mic?
No, I heard you. It's usually you say hello.
Drew, they have to hear me.
They do hear you. You were just quiet.
I'm not allowed to be quiet, Drew. They have to hear me be loud.
Give us your best war cry.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Anyway,
Uh,
so
I'm absolutely riveted to be here.
amazing. So I haven't posted at the time of we're streaming this. I haven't posted the other value vintage video we did, where we worked on our attempt at dredge. And after further research, we're on the right track, but just needs a little bit of working.
We made a suboptimal dredge deck.
But we're on the right track.
And now we're going to make a suboptimal nurturing pixie deck.
It might be good.
For your entertainment.
Hey, we're learning. That's what matters, is we're learning.
I haven't learned anything since I was a child.
Oh, that's rough. Wait a minute, you have learned something. You learned that I'm your friend.
I knew that before you were even born.
Ah!
I have frog powers.
I should have known. Anyway, so we're going to try our hand at a nurturing pixie list. I was inspired by Esper Pixie. And, I think Esper Pixie could theoretically work. But Toad's leaning more towards this guy or Azorius Pixie.
I mean, if we're going to be three colors, the mana base is going to be rough because it's value vintage.
Yeah. That's definitely fair. Currently, I put in 4 Nurturing Pixie and 4 This Town Ain't Big Enough, and we're at $10.
Yeah, that is the rough part of This Town Ain't Big Enough. I would like to build up the beanstalk in value vintage, and just not a thing right now.
I lied, we're at $9.50. Because Nurturing Pixie's foil is cheaper than the non-foil.
Alright. What if we build our Orzhov Pixie?
Alright, that might work.
So if we just take out the This Town Ain't Big Enough, and we put in 4 Glinthawk and 4 Sun Pearl Kieran.
Sun Pearl Kieran. Alright, more. And then Glinthawk. Do we want to add Tithing Blade?
This is, I don't know. This is our team of buddies right here.
Yeah.
So we could add whatever color we want, honestly.
We got the squad.
We've got the squad. We could even run Core Skyfisher if we need to.
Yeah. So we need valuable artifacts for Glinthawk to work. We need non-fairy, non-lands for Pixie to work. And we
want some 1 mana and 2 mana artifacts with enters triggers.
Okay, let's look at that on Scryfall. Text. Enters.
Actually, I have this opened already. So we want Blood Fountain.
Let's do enters artifact. Commander white black. Mana value to less than or equal to what, 2? I mean, 1's ideal, but still. much are you? Too expensive. Never mind. I saw Alter the Brood. I'm like, hey. No.
No. Go ahead and put in blood fountains, because
Okay.
we're going to want those if we're in black. That is the best.
How much are you? Too expensive. Would Disruptor Flute be good? Kind of make it a bit of a weird stack.
Potentially. Put it in the considering pile.
Yeah. It's pretty cheap. Disruptor Flute. Move to considering.
And then put Grim Bobble in.
Okay. Grim Bubble. Let's see what else is here is good. That seems bad.
Genesis Chamber would be very funny.
It would be funny. I was thinking that. I'm looking at it, and it's like...
Put those bridges in there. The Goldmire Bridge.
Okay.
I think we should have plenty of budget for artifact lands.
How much? They're not that expensive.
Well, just the red one is.
Okay.
And so then Vault of Whispers.
That's $1.
Yeah.
And then what's the white one?
Ancient Den.
Oh, wrong one. Not Ancient Green Warden. Wrong button. Ancient Den is $2.
Really?
$2.31.
Okay, we're doing it anyway.
Well, let's add more.
It's a Penhawk deck.
We'll trim it later.
Fill it up. We're not trimming anything. We're going big or going home.
Do we... I want to see something. Sort by price, USD. Time vote. None of those. Would portable hole be good?
Sideboard.
Alright.
Maybe main deck.
Portable hole. It's 50 cents. I'll put it in the sideboard for now.
Go ahead and put tithing blades in to lower here.
Yeah. I found a foil tithing blade.
I think we probably have enough artifacts. How does Tide Hauler Scholar read?
Did I pass it? When it comes to play, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it, remove that card from the game. When it leaves play, return the removed card to its owner's hand.
Yeah, put those in.
Okay.
And put in Deadly Dispute.
Deadly Dispute.
Caves of Koilos.
I'll have to see how much they are. $0.60.
Yep, 4 of those.
We're at $27.57.
Yep, 2 plains. 1 swamp.
2 plains. 1 swamp. I need to add you to this deck list. ToadBrews.
All
Do we
right,
want to
so
try?
we need. Sorry, what were you saying?
What do we think about spring-loaded saw blades?
No, it's bad.
Okay.
We don't need more creature removal, I don't think.
Okay.
Like, we have 4 Disfigure effects and 4 Edict effects.
Yeah.
Add 4 Inquisition of Kozilek.
Okay. Do we want to try Virus Beetle?
No.
Oh.
If we were going to do that, we would use Refurbished Familiar,
Okay.
which we might do.
I'll put in the considering. Refurbished.
Put 4 Soul Guide Lanterns. Main deck.
Okay. We have one more slot.
Put in a refurbished familiar. That sounds fine.
Just one?
That's how many slots we have.
Do we want to trim some of the other stuff to add more familiars?
Put the 3 other familiars in the sideboard.
Okay. We are at 30:09.
Okay. Cut 1 Inquisition of Kozilek and move a refurbished familiar main deck.
Remove one. Move to main deck. $29.77.
Go ahead and put 4 duress in the sideboard.
4 duress. Into the side. $29.89.
Cut a Caves of Koilos, add another swamp.
Okay. $29.32.
I'm seeing 29.16.
Yeah, $29.16.
Okay. This is pretty close. Put another portable hole in the sideboard.
Okay.
And then put 3 Sorceress Spyglass on the sideboard. Because those are artifacts and they're basically free.
Move to sideboard. How many?
3. All right, so we need a playset of something that costs 5 cents or less.
I mean, there's Visage of Dread.
No, that's a bad card. Don't put bad cards in.
I'm just looking and seeing what there is.
Extra basic lands are better than bad cards.
I don't know if Visage of Dread isn't that bad.
It's pretty bad. All right. Let us go to. I'm gonna do a special Scryfall Advanced search
Okay.
for only cards that cost less than a nickel. And we're gonna see what goodies appear to us.
Okay.
got Arcbound Mouser is on the list. Seems pretty bad. We got Court Homunculus, which doesn't seem like a sideboard card. Dispeller's Capsule is kind of interesting. Put that in the considering.
Dispeller's Capsule. That's neat.
Put 4 Jolted Awake in the sideboard.
Jolted Awake.
That might actually be a main deckable card.
Huh. Oh, that's interesting.
If we take out Refurbished Familiar, this is a Luris deck.
Huh?
Yeah, cut all the Refurbished Familiars.
Okay.
And then see how much Luris costs.
Luris is $1.85 specifically.
Yeah, I think we can fit a Luris. We're gonna have to trim some stuff.
So is that our companion?
Yeah.
Do you want to trim an ancient den? Because that'll almost do it.
Don't want to trim an Ancient Den. Like, what else? What other options do we have? Let me look at the list real quick. So we only need to make 33 cents.
31 cents.
All right. Move the 4 Jolted Awakes to the main deck.
Should I remove the refurbished familiars from the sideboard?
Yes.
$29.95, and we have 62 main deck.
Move 2 of the Soul Guide Lanterns to the sideboard. Actually, move 1 Soul Guide Lantern and 1 Tithing Blade.
Okay.
And then we gotta fill up some slots. Put 2 Soul Guide Lanterns back in the main deck.
1 minute, I put too many in the sideboard.
Draw, please, draw.
There we go. Problem solved.
Okay, so we have a playable 60 main deck, and we have 12 sideboard with 5 cents to play with.
Yeah.
Right. Let me go ahead and cut the tithing blade from the sideboard and just keep the 3 in the main deck.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep looking at this search for bulk stuff. What are we missing for the list mostly? We have good discard, we have good creature removal, we have evasive threats, we have some draw power, we have graveyard answers. I think we're pretty well rounded, so it's just whatever we can find that fits.
Yeah.
We could run scrap compactors.
What'll that do?
It's a 1-mana artifact that has 3 tap, 3 damage to target creature, or 6 tap, to sacrifice, destroy target creature or vehicle.
That seems like a bad
So like
card.
it's not great, but like it's lurrisable and it's a 1-mana artifact.
Hmm.
Still on the 1-mana stuff, so I'm willing to go up to like 3 mana since this is a sideboard card. There's probably something we can find. I'm mostly looking for artifacts or creatures. Also would not be opposed to having some more instant speed stuff.
Yeah.
Problem is, sideboard cards, you want to have a big impact when you bring them in. It's going to be hard to find something that has a big impact for 4 or 5 cents. I'm not seeing a ton of good stuff. This is all like 8th pick, 9th pick draft cards.
Let me type something up. Alright, let's take a look.
Drew, we could run Millstone, one of your favorite cards. Moment of Craving is a card that I have played in Standard.
Moment of Craving. Let's see what it does. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. You gain 2 life. Interesting. Would it, like, an edict be better?
We already have an edict. I'm thinking life gain for like there's a lot of aggro decks that are meta.
Okay.
But at the same time, only killing 2 toughness stuff is not great.
Yeah. I want to add those to the sideboard.
I'll put them in considering because I'm still looking.
Okay.
I'm like halfway through the 2 mana value stuff. I'm hoping to find like a really nice 3-drop. Ultimate Price is a removal spell that fits in the budget.
Ultimate Price. Let's see what that does. Short target monocolor. That's not too bad.
Oh, that is a reasonable Magic card. It's not good removal, but again, we're working with like 4 or 5 cents budget.
Yeah. I'll move that considering.
Right, I am now into the 3-drops.
We could trim a single Ancient Den and put in 4 Thraben Charms, which are pretty good.
We're not trimming any of the artifact lands. We could trim Portable Hole, and that opens up like 50 cents.
I think Portable Hole's kind of good, though.
Well, Portable Hole is good, which is why we have it, but the artifact lands are what actually make the deck function.
Got it. Well, the thing is, 2 of our bouncers are non-land permanents, so it's really only Glinthawks I can aim for the artifact lands.
Yep, and we need the Glinthawks.
Okay.
And I'm looking for stuff that has artifact synergy also.
Should we swap out Sun Pearl Kirin for Core Skyfisher? Like, Sun Pearl Kirin gives us a draw if it's a token, but, like, how many tokens are we going to be bouncing?
Well, we have treasure tokens and we have blood tokens.
I guess? Not a ton of them, though.
Not a ton of them, but more than none.
I mean, some Procurement also has Flash, which isn't terrible.
Flash is also good. I think ultimate price might just be what we want to go with.
Okay. Put that in the sideboard.
Yeah. Look at Essence Reliquary.
Essence Reliquary. Return another non-target permanent you control and all orders control attached to their own hand. I don't know. That seems kind of high mana value. And also, wait, Luris. We can't do it because of Luris.
Yeah, I guess you're right about Luris. I didn't think about that. Alright, so for 3+ mana, we're looking at pretty much just instants and sorceries then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna just say ultimate price. That's what we're going with.
Alright, in the sideboard.
Yep.
Alright. 29.93.
Alright, I think we have a deck.
Alright. Let's get a few test hands.
Yep, run them out.
Alright, so this seems playable. We have a Goldmire Bridge, Caves, Soul Guide, Jolted Awake, Sun Pearl, and Inquisition.
Yep. So I would Caves and Inquisition them.
Let's test it out.
Yeah.
Alright, Caves, tap it, lose life.
It's gonna be really tough to like goldfish this deck because
Yeah.
it's so interactive with what the opponent is doing.
Okay. Let's assume we take something.
Yeah.
Cool. Next turn.
Next turn we can play out the bridge and the lantern.
And then Lantern, we can exile the card that we got with Inquisition.
Yep.
Cool. Then next turn, do Caves of Kolos or Volta Whispers?
Volta Whispers, we want to get our artifacts out.
Cool.
And then Tide Hollow Scholar them.
Title Scholar. And just, we assume we take something.
If we don't take something, then their hand is all lands, and I feel okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Next turn.
Yep.
Caves of Koilos. And then we can do Pixie, save Sun Pearl for instant speed, and Jolted Awake.
Yeah, so cast a Pixie with the bridge and pick up the lantern.
Okay. And then Pixie gets a counter.
And then play the lantern. Actually, no, don't play the lantern. Put Luris in your hand.
Okay. Where's Luris? Luris is in the hand. Next turn. Land. So we play Luris.
Yep, tap Plains, Caves, Vault for Luris.
Lose life. Wait, no, we don't. Play Luris. And then do we swing the Pixie in the Tide Hollow or swing just Pixie?
I mean, that's gonna depend on what the opponent has.
Alright, let's swing Pixie.
I would swing both of them because you know why?
Hmm.
If Tide Hollow dies, we get to recast it.
True, and also we can play Sun Pedal and bounce it too. So do we want to assume it dies and go from
Yeah,
there?
assume it dies and then just replay it, take a damage and put it out.
Cool. Cool. Then next turn. We have 2 Sun
So
Pedals.
yeah, we have 2 Kirans. Go ahead and play the Lantern.
And then exile Critter. Whatever.
I would play the Lantern and then I would pop the Lantern to draw a card.
Okay. Draw a card. Ancient Den will lets the land return. Do we play the Lantern back?
Yeah. Luris does Luris things.
Play the Lantern back. Swing Pixie and Tide Hollow.
No.
No?
Crack the Lantern again. No, before we attack.
Okay. Pay 1. Do that one. Sacrifice the Lantern. Draw a card. Bolt of Whispers.
Okay. Attack with everything.
Okay, attack with everything. Do we want to assume anything dies? Probably Luris?
At this point, I have no idea.
Okay.
Like that's what I'm saying. This deck is fully dependent on what the opponent has in play. Every play that we make depends on what the opponent is doing.
Got it.
So our mana is working, our deck is drawing cards, we have creatures in play, we've disrupted their hand. I think we're doing okay.
Okay.
If they're on something like initiative and they have played an initiative creature, then we probably are losing, but maybe not because we can take it with Pixie. But like if they're playing a super fast combo deck, we've taken 2 cards out of their hand, which is probably not enough. But we have exiled their graveyard twice, so maybe that's relevant.
Yeah. Not too bad. Let's check out the next turn. Quetzalcoatlos. Play it. Do we want to bring back the Lantern?
Yeah. Bring back Lantern, sack it, draw a card.
Attack it, draw a card. Inquisition of Kozilek.
Play the Inquisition of Kozilek.
Assume we take something.
I think we might want more draw spells.
Maybe.
Actually, we do have Blood Fountains. We haven't drawn a Blood Fountain or a Deadly Dispute at this point. It's like kind of unlucky, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this game is over one way or the other. Let's run another one and see how it works out.
Okay. This card. Alright, so this gives us Glinthawk, Nurturing Pixie, Sun Petal Kieran, Vault of Whispers, Quetzalcoatlos, Vault of Whispers, and Nurturing Pixie.
We have all of our colors, but not very good. Let's go ahead and mulligan this one.
Okay. Blood Fountain, Vault of Whispers, Grim Bauble, Tithing Blade, Inquisition, Ancient Den, Deadly Dispute.
This hand is much better. Put Grim Bauble on the bottom.
Okay. Move to bottom of library. And then we do Vault
And
to
then-
Whispers Inquisition.
Yep, we get a turn 1 Inquisition them and see what's going on.
Okay, Inquisition them. Assume we take something.
Yep. If we don't take something with Inquisition on turn 1, they have a very weird deck.
Okay. Next turn. Jolted Awake. We play Ancient Den. We can do Blood Fountain or Tithing Blade.
So, yeah, it's going to entirely depend on what the opponent is doing. Let's go ahead and cast Tithing Blade. Like, just assume they've got a Mana Dork or something.
Okay.
Especially if we're on the draw, then turn 2 Tithing Blade is probably good.
Yeah.
And we're going to sack it to Deadly Dispute pretty soon. So.
Okay. Let's do next turn. Swamp.
Don't play the Swamp. Go ahead and cast the Deadly Dispute. And no, don't play the Swamp. Drill.
I moved the Swamp back.
Don't play the Swamp.
I moved it back.
We're gonna Deadly Dispute.
Deadly Dispute. Sacrificing Tithing Blade.
Yep.
Draw 2 cards. 1, 2. And then add... Create treasure token. Add token.
Yep.
Treasure. Now do we play the Swamp?
Now we play the Swamp because we didn't draw a bridge.
Okay.
And we play the Blood Fountain.
Play the Blood Fountain. We got a blood token.
Drew, look how many permanents we have already.
So many permanents. Go next turn. Drew Plains.
Play the Plains.
You want to play the other Tithing Blade?
No, I think we can use our mana better this turn. Jolted Awake to get back the Tithing Blade in the graveyard.
Okay.
And then add Luris to your hand.
Graveyard, view all. Tithing Blade right there. Yoink. And the energy's gone. 1, 2, 3. View all. Move Luris to here. Next turn. Blood Fountain.
At this point, I would have liked to have had a second hand disruption spell.
Okay.
Discard Tithing Blade and tap the Ancient Den to use blood to draw a card.
Okay. Throwing away Tithing Blade. Drawing a card. Jolted Awake.
I guess play out Luris.
Cool. Play Luris. Next turn?
Yep.
Sun Pearl Kieran.
Perfect. That's what I was looking for. So go ahead and play a Blood Fountain.
Borrow the Fountain. Get another blood token.
And main phase, a Sun Pearl Kieran, leaving black mana open. So tap white, white.
Then bounce a blood token or a treasure token.
Bounce the blood token.
Draw a card. Nurturing Pixie.
Yeah, like this is so matchup dependent. I feel like what we're doing is pretty reasonable against like an aggro deck or a mid-range deck.
Uh-huh.
but it's very bad against a control deck or a combo deck where we need to be the one putting pressure on.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we want to work with that.
Okay. Let's go to next turn and see what we draw. Swamp.
Alright. I think we need to make some changes.
Okay.
What cards are you liking so far?
I like Tithing Blade. Blood Fountain seems a little bit off, but like I get it. Jolted Awake, we're not using a whole lot. We keep drawing it, but we're not using it.
Because we're not playing against a real person that's killing our stuff.
True. I don't know.
Right.
Nothing about it.
Let's go to the deck editor.
Okay.
Alright. Cut one Glinthawk. No, cut one Kieran.
Cut one Kieran.
And then cut one Jolted Awake. Cut two Blood Fountains.
Okay.
And then see how much budget for him to Turok takes up.
We're at 29.30. Let's see what him is. We can do two of them.
How much are they?
They're 39 cents. We're at 30.08.
Alright, put four of them in and cut the portable holes out of the sideboard.
Okay. $29.80.
So then we have to fill up two sideboard slots. Not sure how reliable him to Turok is going to be with our mana base either.
We could do two. We could do one Blood Fountain, and that's about it.
Cut a Grimbauble from the main deck.
Okay.
And add just a basic swamp.
Okay.
And I think that does put us pretty over on lands. But at the same time, we might be able to get away with it if we're in grindier games. And then we really need to hit those Hymn to Turoks in the combo matchups.
Yeah.
Right, so then we're 60 main deck.
Yep.
And then how many in sideboard?
13. And we have 25 cents
13
left.
13 sideboard. That's actually quite a bit. We can add some actual cards. Let me go to Scryfall.
Okay.
And work my magic. Alright, so we're going to look for white or black cards that are mana value equal to or less than 2. Legal and vintage with a price between 0.09 and 0.12.
Is this an aggro deck, a combo deck, or a control deck? Or a mid-range deck?
This is a mid-range deck, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Like, our creatures are not fast enough to be actual aggro decks. Scryfall Ancient Tomb is not between 9 cents and 12 cents.
Are you sure we could run it?
It says that Ancient Den is between 9 cents and 12 cents. What is wrong here? What is going on? Oh, because I have to tell it US dollars, less than 12 cents.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. First off, it's showing me a bunch of lands that I don't want to put in the deck. You know what? I'm going to look for rares. Specifically rares, because I want to play bulk rare commander nonsense.
Okay.
All right, there is a surprisingly small number of cards that are legal for this.
Mm.
Between 9 and 12 cents, rares, mana value 2 or less.
Got it.
Out of this selection, I think that the best options are Homicide Investigator, Toolcraft Exemplar, yeah, that's kind of our options here. Let's look at uncommons.
What was the one card you mentioned? The rare? Murder
Hold
Investigator?
on. Burrington Forge Tender. Here we go. Perfect. Let's do it.
Burrington Forge Tender is a sideboard option?
Yeah.
Alright.
This used to be a modern playable card. And it's 10 cents. Like, this is as good as it gets.
Burrington Forge
It has
Tender.
Lura synergy. It protects our creatures. It blocks everything forever.
Alright.
I would almost say, let me reload the list and look at the current version.
Do you want to cut a spyglass and add another Burrington?
I think we're 1 penny over.
For me, it says $29.95.
Yeah, and so if we cut a spyglass, it'll be $29.92, and then if we add a forge tender, it'll be $30.03 or $30.02.
Yeah. We could get rid of the third Soul Guide Lantern or the fourth Soul Guide Lantern.
No, I definitely want to keep that. I think this is fine. Like, this is a totally fine list.
Okay. Let's test it out a little bit.
Yep.
We go to... I don't think this is keepable.
No, this is bad. We don't do anything.
This is better.
I guess. Yeah. This is fine.
Playtest to put Jolted Awake on the bottom or Grim Bubble on the bottom?
Uh, Jolted Awake.
Okay, let's playtest it.
Like, it would be matchup dependent, but going blind into a game 1, I would bottom Jolted Awake.
Okay. Goldmire Bridge?
Yes.
Cool. Next turn. Ancient Den and Volta Whispers and Nurturing Pixie.
So, play Ancient Den. And then, if the opponent had a creature, we would play Tithing Blade, but let's assume they don't yet. And we'll play Blood Fountain, and then play the Pixie to bounce the Blood Fountain.
Okay. Add token. Blood. And then Pixie. Bounce that to hand. Add a counter. And then next turn. Deadly Dispute.
Alright. So we can play out the Vault. And then I think we want to play Blood Fountain.
Okay. Play out the
and
Vault.
Then we're gonna, play out the Blood Fountain and then attack.
Okay. Swing for 2.
Yeah, make another blood. Yep.
2 bloods.
Yep. Dos bloods.
Okay.
So then we're gonna pass the turn, and then at the end of the opponent's turn, or if they try to kill our stuff, we're gonna Deadly Dispute.
Okay. So do you want to assume they kill our thing or get the blood token?
I would keep the blood tokens and sack the fountain.
Alright, throw the fountain away. Deadly
Because
Dispute.
the fountain goes in the graveyard, and we can get it back with Luris later.
Yeah. 1, 2, and create a treasure token. Oh, treasure right there. Deadly Dispute's in the bin. Next turn. Ancient Den. Do you want to play Swamp or Ancient Den?
Play Swamp so that if we get Shatterstormed or whatever, we're okay. Meltdown.
Do you want to try a Tithing Blade, assume they have a creature?
Yeah. Like, we kind of have to. Like, the deck doesn't do anything if the opponent doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I'll play a Tithing Blade.
Which is kind of a problem.
Yeah.
And then I would tap the Swamp and discard the Ancient Den to a blood token. See if we draw another Pixie or whatever.
Put that in there. Draw a card. Hey, it's Sun Petal Kieran.
Okay.
We could do that at the end of their opponent's turn and bounce that blood token and draw a card.
Yeah, that would definitely be the play that I would make.
Alright, cool. So, we'll swing with Nurturing Pixie. Pass the turn. End of their turn, or in response to a thing. Flash that in, lose a treasure. And play that. Get rid of the blood token. Draw a card. Quetzalcoatlos. Next turn.
Yep.
Play the caves.
Yeah, probably.
Go Grim Bauble, Tithing Blade, Grim Bauble.
Yep. Go ahead and attack for 4.
Attack for 4.
Like, maybe we play the Tithing Blade first if they have one blocker, but...
Yeah, whatever. Do we play Luris to hand?
Yeah, second main phase.
Second main phase. Sideboard. Fuel. Alerts the Dream Den. And that's all we can do, so we go to next turn.
No, we can play out a bobble.
Yeah, we'll
Assume
play a
they
bobble.
have something.
Play a bobble. Play the other bobble or hold on to it?
No, hold on to one.
Okay. Go next turn. Tithing Blade.
Play out Luris.
Play Luris. Do you want to cast Blood Token? No, shit, I fucked up. I moved the graveyard to the library. Fucking hell.
Dro. That's fine. I think this game is basically done one way or the other, because we did not draw a Hemteterak or a Tide Hollow Scholar. So like, if the opponent is comboing us out, we are dead. If the opponent is aggroing, they are very frustrated right now.
Okay. That's not too bad.
It's okay. Like it's just it's a Glinthawk deck. Does Glinthawk deck things.
Let's try one more game and we can call it there. And we can either go to another deck or we... Oh, this is playable.
No, I think after this I need to get some sleep so that we can be ready to go tomorrow.
That's fair. So, Goldmire Swamp
So
plays...
yeah, I like this. I like this a lot.
Okay. Let's play test it. Goldmire.
Yeah, we start on Goldmire because we're not playing anything turn one.
Okay. Next turn. Tide Hollow Sculler. Swamper Plains.
Yep, we're gonna play out the swamp, I think.
Play out the swamp.
And then we're gonna run out a Tide Hollow Scholar.
Tide Hollow Sculler. Rip a card from their hand. Next turn.
And then pass turn.
We do a swamp.
Yep.
Play the Plains.
Play out the other Tide Hollow Scholar.
Play the other Tide Hollow Scholar. They rip another card from their hand.
And then play the Plains and play the Glinthawk and pick up the bridge. And I like this hand much better than the previous hands because we have actual pressure on board and we have stripped 2 cards from the opponent's hand.
Nice. Next turn. Vault of Whispers Swamp. We have a Vault of Whispers. That's what we drew.
Play the bridge back out and then play Tithing Blade.
Tithing Blade.
And then we can swing in for 6.
Swing in for 6. Next turn. Or do we want to... Do we want to think our opponent has something in Flash and Kieran on the end of their turn, right during their turn, and bounce the thing back?
It's really impossible to guess.
Okay.
Like, if we bounce Tithing Blade, it gets us another body in play, so I think it's worth doing for that reason.
Okay. Let's do that then. Tap those. Kieran. Tithing Blade back to hand. Next turn. Another Tide Hollow Scholar.
Alright. Play out the Tide Hollow Scholar and then swing in. Like, I think if the opponent has not played a sweeper or comboed off at this point, we're probably fine.
Okay, do you want to play Swamp or Vault of Whispers?
I think we're done. Like,
okay.
we're either we have won the game or we have lost the game at this point.
Okay. Well, it's definitely an interesting deck. I'm interested what people think about it. Not quite the direction I was thinking. Oh, we need to think of a cool name.
Call it Skull and Bones, but the skull is spelled like Tide Hollow Scholar.
Sculler and
Because
Bones.
we're pirating our opponent's deck with these scholars.
Sculler and Bones.
But that ruins the joke.
Fine, Skull and Bones. What does skull mean?
It's pushing the boat with the pole.
Skull definition. A skull is an oar mounted on a fulcrum at the stern of a small boat.
Yeah, it's just doing the boat.
Each of a pair of small oars used by a single rower. Sure? Or to propel... a skull also means to propel a boat with sculls. Sure. Skull and Bones. And then... themes. It is... artifacts. Blink Flicker. Budget.
Grinding.
That's not one of these things. I don't think so. Clock competitive.
Unacceptable.
Do we call
Bounce.
it discard?
Sure.
I don't have bounce on there. It's blink / flicker. Eggs, enchantments, energy, equipment, Esper, extra combats, gold, Golgari.
Death and taxes. Perfect. That's what we're doing.
Death and taxes.
Like, there's no actual taxes, but we're doing death and taxes stuff.
Okay. Good stuff. Hate Bears, Help Wanted, Historic, Infect, Jank, Just Guy, John, Kindred, Land Destruction, Lands Matter, Legends Matter, Life Bargain, Life Gain, Mardu, Maverick, Midrange is good. Mill, Miracles, Modified, Modular, Monarch, Mono Black, and on the monos. Morph, Mutate, not Orzhov, Pillow Fort, Poison Primer, Prison, Rakdos, Ramp, Reanimator. Do they add Reanimator? Because it's not really a Reanimator deck.
Not really. I think when people say Reanimator, they mean, like, make a really big creature and not, like, jolt it awake a 2/2.
Stoneblade.
No.
Stacked, it's not a stack deck. Is it a tempo deck? Kinda?
Sort of?
Sure?
Yeah. I don't know. It maybe not a tempo deck. Like, it's weird. This is a weird deck. It's running tempo creatures, but it's also not trying to control tempo. It's trying to grind.
Then we'll take tempo off.
The standard version is a tempo deck. Webcam friendly, definitely.
We can add webcam friendly. Alright, not too bad. It's definitely a unique list. It's, like you said, it's very player dependent, but like, it's interesting. It's a fun little strategy.
If you want to interact with what your opponent is doing, this is a deck that lets you do that.
Mm.
If you want to completely ignore what your opponent is doing and just run them over, this deck does not do that.
Yeah. Not too bad. That was pretty productive. So yeah, I think that went pretty well. I think
another fine session of brewing a garbage deck.
Absolutely, let's go. And
this is the easy part of brewing. The hard part of brewing is playing enough test games to find out if your deck actually has potential or not.
Yeah, we'll try to do that later. Oh no, it's pretty good. Well, thank you everyone who's joining us. And thank you very much, Toad, for another episode slash series slash whatever.
I have bad news, Drew.
What? What's the bad news?
Nobody has joined us.
I know
You got one viewer, and it's me.
I know. It's still polite to say it in case people watch the VOD or people watch it on YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more garbage deck brewing content.
Let's go. Oh, we should have explained what value vintage is. Oh shit.
Too late, Drew. It's too late.
It's the end of the video.
They've already seen us brew this terrible $29.97 deck with the standard all-stars and Popper Synergy and Luris, which you can only play in Vintage.
Hey, but at least it's not banned.
Free my boy Luris. He did nothing wrong.
He did a lot wrong. And I think it's a she.
Luris is a she now?
I think so.
Luris. Oh, that's good, because I support trans rights and trans wrongs.
Luris, MTG. Does Luris have a Wikipedia page on it? Luris, MTG. Luris of the Dream Den is a female cat nightmare from the plane of Ikoria.
Good for her.
Luris is a girl. Luris makes his den in the Adantha lowlands. The planeswalker Vivian Reed stumbled upon its lair while exploring and found a litter of adorable nightmare kids inside. Luris apparently has the ability to appear and disappear at will, because when Vivian tried to take a closer look at the Karens, Luris appeared from a wisp of smoke. Vivian quickly made her exit.
Yeah, Luris, that must be why she got banned, because God forbid a woman have hobbies that involve replaying Lion's Eye Diamond from the graveyard every turn.
Luris fought in defense of Ikoria during New Phyrexia's invasion of the multiverse.
Yeah, good kitty.
Good for Luris.
Free my girl.
Anyway, that's our little lore dump. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe, like Toad already said. If you're
thank you for tuning in for this thrilling content.
Hey.
You paid for a whole chair, but you only need the edge.
What?
Yeah, Drew.
What does that mean?
Got them on the edge of their seats.
Oh, god damn it. God damn it. Thank you, everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you all later. Bye!
Adios.